welcome to part 2 with the amazing Laura House. She has blown us away with her experience of meditation and her awakenings and living in gratitude now in the country. Now we're going to give her some fast fire questions. If you didn't think she was hilarious before, you're going to die now, I am sure. All right, first question. Do you ever see repeating numbers?
Nope.
Never in your life?
It's not a thing I notice.
I thought that you might for some reason.
I do a lot of hippie stuff, but the numbers thing isn't one of my deals. I have a friend who always points out 11s and 1111, and I just like.
Cool. All right. Is there a food that you really wished that you liked, but you just no?
I'm going to be very disappointing in this. There is not a food. I wish there's like 10,000 foods I wish I didn't like.
Okay.
I eat everything. So I would be the opposite of, I wish I could not like tortilla chips and candy.
What's your favorite candy?
I can't even eat candy, but M&Ms. And also just can't, if it's something you'd give to a child, I want it. That's basically.
Well, that keeps it young. Where have you not visited in the world that you'd really like to go and explore?
Ooh, Paris and Greece. I've traveled quite a bit, but never Paris, which is like a big number one. And I feel like, and also my fiance is a world-class musician. He's traveled all over. He also never Paris. And we're just like, we've got a Paris, and then Greece, just everything about it sounds amazing.
Well, that's obviously in the cards for the two of you, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. The romantic city of the world. And the two of you haven't gone. Oh, wow. What is your favorite phrase? It doesn't have to be in English.
Oh, right. The phrase that comes to mind is Yakohamcha, which I believe, I could be saying wrong, I believe it's I love you in Polish. But I lived in Norway for a year, and they had so many, I was a foreign exchange student, and their whole language is great. I can't cuss, or I would say that favorite phrase in Norway. They just their swear words in other languages are so funny because it makes people mad. It means nothing to you. It's just you're just like blah blah, and people are like, oh, how dare you? But one of the things that made it across the pond from there is Higgly, the concept of very cozy that is attributed to they're like the Danish word Higgly, but it's all of Scandinavia, and that's a really nice word.
I've never heard of either of them. See, learn something new every day. Now, what about nicknames? What was the craziest nickname you were called, or a nickname you were called?
I don't have crazy, but so long before Shaquille O'Neal, my nickname in like junior high school was Shaq, because I'm too little to be a House. My last name is House. So I was Shaq. I was Little House. I'm from Grand Prairie, and I don't know if you know of the show Little House on the Prairie, but so I was Little House in Grand Prairie, and it just turned into Shaq. And so Shaq, a long time Shaq, not really crazy, just a small house.
But very unique.
I suppose it's not that common, but it's then Shaquille O'Neal, totally different. It's totally different reasons.
Okay, totally let's go with that one.
Huh?
Why Shaquille O'Neal?
What
Shaq. Oh, you mean like a Shaq?
Yeah, no, people call him Shaq, and my Shaq couldn't be more different.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
It took a minute. What is the craziest nickname you've ever given someone?
I don't give I don't know. I guess I don't function in nicknames the way you do. I don't know that I've ever given anyone any nickname.
What about a dog's name? How did you come up with your dog's name?
Well, I didn't. I stole my dog from my best friend and her children. What do you think of that? No, I did have their permission, but several years ago, about 6 years ago, I visited my very best friend. Grew up together. Moms were best friends. This isn't very rapid fire, but she grew up in Texas. She had moved to Virginia. Then she moved to New Mexico. So coming from Los Angeles, she suddenly seemed very close, even though it's still a 24-hour drive. And I visited, and her dog really took to me.
Mhm.
This dog, she had two dogs, and one of them couldn't care less about me, but this one, and everyone noticed. It's my favorite story. Everyone, like, people were like, wow, she really wow. And like it parallels as if I had an affair with the husband, like touches under the table, and it's time to go to bed, and it's like, well, good night, I guess I'll go to my room. Like, we just had this thing. And so it became like a joke. Like, I was like, what if I just took her with me? And then it was like, what if I just took her with me? And then it was like, bye. I mean, we had a talk. We got permission from the
Of
children.
course.
It's very fun to just say I stole her. So the baby, their other dog had been named Winston. They called him Winnie.
Mm-hmm.
Their baby, their 2-year-old, could not say could not say Winnie, called the dog Minnie. So when they got this dog, just called her Minnie so the baby could say it.
Oh.
So a baby named this dog. A little baby.
And what a lovely story of your dog.
It was a love connection.
Yeah, do they get jealous of your fiance?
The dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, no. She's crazy about him. I would never put her in a position to have to choose, because I do not know exactly who she would choose. So no, she's a big fan. She's a big fan.
All right. Well, thank you, Laura, for our additional questions. Again, check out her podcast, which is called
Tiny Victories. It's
Tiny
on all the
Victories.
platforms.
All the platforms. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed some questions and you want us to actually do really fast fire questions with Laura a second time, just pop it in the comments and we'll bring her back. All right. Toodaloo. Okay.